What's up, YouTube? Hey, Nova Dollar Investments back again, and I've been asked a few times to do another Composer update. So, without further ado, here we go. So, the last time we looked at the account, I think it was around 2,500 or so. I'm not sure. As you can see, the account is sitting at $7,000 right now with a cumulative gain of 5%. Actually, it was about 7 or 8% a week or so ago, but we had a small dip in the market that brought the portfolio down. However, what I've been doing, what is interesting is I've started to test a few different other symphonies. So let's scroll down here and take a look at what I'm holding. So here are all the symphonies that I'm holding currently, and I'm testing all these symphonies. I'm going to hang on to them, hold on to them, and see how we progress over time. I haven't hit 100% on any of these as of yet. I've only been investing in these symphonies since the 3rd of June I think since the middle of May. I want to say around the 15th or so of May, or the 7th of May. Let's take a look at all of them. So what I've done is I've added all the symphonies that I'm investing in into one, right? And as you can see, the period when I started May 7th up until recently, the 3rd of July. So these are all the symphonies that I'm in. Here's check out the performance. So let's scroll down here. So my highest performing one is it's split between the total bond market and the sorry, my mouse is messing up here, and the VI V1 being Bento. These two are neck and neck, and then obviously TQQ, the TQQ symphony is in there as well. And the worst performing one is this rising interest rate volatility switch one down here, which has done really well over the past year, but it's in a little bit of a drawdown currently. But hey, no biggie. Nonetheless, we'll stick with it, right? And see how it performs. Max drawdown. Let's look at the max drawdown. So you can see the max drawdown. The highest max drawdown that we have is the same, the rising rates volatility switch one here. If I think if the drawdown gets to 30%, I might consider reallocating funds. But for now, if it sticks in that 20 to 25% rate range, I'll stick with it and keep going. But I'm not sure if you guys want to see what the simulation holdings are or any of that stuff. I don't think that's maybe it's important, maybe not. But you guys can log on to Composer and check these out yourselves. And I also went ahead and stacked it up and see how these would have performed against SPY or XLK during that time. XLK being a technology ETF similar to VGT, and obviously SPY is the S&P 500. So I went ahead and looked and see exactly what the similarities are in performance. And as you can see, most of these are beating SPY, right? Or some of them are, I should say, and then some are not. But we'll see how that evens out over time. As far as that goes, I'm going to keep adding to these accounts. My goal is to get. Let's go back to the prior screen. My goal is to get all of these symphonies up to 2,500. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put 2,500 into each. Probably by next month, I'll go ahead and bump everything up to 2,500, because what I'm finding is that I think I'm impacting the performance of these symphonies by not having enough funds in there. Right, so I get it. Some tickers you can purchase you can purchase partial shares, but I think for others, I'm sitting in cash for the most part, because there's not enough funds in here to purchase all the tickers that different symphonies tend to want to purchase or rotate into. So as you can see, like right here, we're sitting at $35 in cash. I think things are not being used because there's not enough money in the symphonies to to make all the purchases that are required to run that symphony. So we'll see how that performs over time. But the next time I do an update, I'll go ahead and throw that in there. Hey, for those of you who are new to Composer and do not know what it is, it's basically it's kind of like, not like, I want to say M1 Finance, but it's not. Basically, you build symphonies. People would like to call them robots, right? And these symphonies, basically, when you program them, they execute automatically however you program them to execute, right? So you can really go in and then make it really simple for you to go in and actually build these symphonies to be able to perform, to do different things based on market conditions and so on and so forth. Really cool. If you do not know how to build symphonies, right, you can actually discover community ones, right, that the community builds on their for you, that are out here. Like I said, I would, if I'm coming in trying to pick symphonies, I'm looking at max drawdown, right, and I'm looking at performance, right, obviously back test, but also I'm really looking at the OOS, when the day that the actual symphony started to trade, right? Because you can see some of these symphonies are so fitted, right? They're overfitted to the point where, like, you go back in time and they're performing 10,000, right? I know I'm exaggerating, right? But 5,000% increase year to date from 2020, I don't know, 2019 or some shit like that. Sorry to curse. However, obviously that's really unrealistic when it comes to actual performance. So I would look at the day that the symphony started to trade. So as you can look, if you look at these symphonies right here, you'll see the OOS date, and that's the auto sample start date. Basically, when the symphony was last revised, or when it was last when it was created and hit the market. And as you can see, like this one right here, right? I'm sure if you look at like day one and go back in time, it performed really great, right? However, if you look at how it was traded before, since then, right? You come in here and look at the period since then. You can see how it's performed next to SPY, right? For example, and look at that performance, right? If you were invested during that time. So if you had $100,000 invested during that time, up until now, this is 2 years, right? 2 years ago. This is where your account would be at. Basically, but look at the max drawdown. So you'll be in pain, right? So you'll be down probably $70,000 or $30,000 at some point, and hurting. So if you're right, compared to SPY with only 10% drawdown, but look at the gain. So you're obviously going to risk more for bigger reward, right? So that's what I would look at when it comes to that. And then the next thing I'll look at is max drawdown, right? What's the max drawdown? And relative to how long it's been trading, right? Obviously, the max drawdown on something that's been trading since yesterday is going to be like freaking under 10. However, if it's been trading since 2022, 2019, 2018, right, and it has a max drawdown of 5, 10, right? Considering what happened in 2020, if you look at SPY during that time, SPY's max drawdown I think was like around 30. So if something is performing that well to where you have under 20% drawdown, that's with really good performance, I would say that's a pretty good symphony to look at and test out, right? Obviously, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you how I would pick my symphonies based on what I'm looking at. And then a lot of folks are looking at Sharpe ratio as well. Some Sharpe ratios are unrealistic. If it's over 5, I would say, hey, what are we doing here, right? But 2 to 3, I think, if you're looking at something based on right, relative to time, everything is based on what the time is, right? If you have something that has a Sharpe ratio of 2 or 3 since 2022, then obviously you're looking at a strong performer, and you might want to take a look at that symphony. So don't just go in here and look at the highest symphony and just pick it. Look at the max drawdown, because are you really gonna? Obviously, there's cumulative since 2022. of August for this one right here, you have a 361% increase, which is really good. So if you invested $1,000 right in that, obviously you'd be sitting pretty, even more so with $100,000. However, can you really stomach being down 51% of off that 100,000 or $1,000? I mean, can you really sit through that gain pain and pray and hope that the market comes back in your favor, right? To be a 361, exactly. So you might want to take a look at that to see if that's something that you're willing to go into. And if you're, as long as you know the risk, hey, that's on you to make your own decision with your own money, right? That's the beauty. That's the beauty of our country. Um, while I was doing research looking for different symphonies in the Discover area on Composer, I noticed a lot of the ones that I saw recently. Right, I'll look at one like a week ago and come back, and it won't be there anymore, right? Uh, and I noticed that kept happening. So I was invited to the Composer Discord. So if you look around like the internet, like you won't find like a Reddit site or anything like that for Composer. But they do have a Discord. I'm not sure how to invite folks to the Discords, and I wouldn't do that because it's not my Discord. However, there's an individual. His name is Garen Phillips. If you look him up on YouTube, type in Garen Phillips, you'll see a ton of his videos over there. Him and Patriots, I think that's his name, are Composer OGs, right? These guys have been in there since day one ish, and know far more and are way more bigger fish, right? Are whales than I am in this field. I'm just some guy who discovered it back in May and jumped on board 100%. But if you want to and be invited to the Discord, I would suggest going over there and making contact with those individuals and have them invite you over to the Discord for it. And then within the Discord, I happen to find this site here that has all of the symphonies that's been created and loaded, all the public ones. So even the ones that they even have things that you won't see on the regular Composer site. You see what I'm saying? And then you can filter it by different categories. You can filter it in search, right? So you want to search for a name, or you can filter it by start date, OS date, right? You can look at I want to see the longest running ones. And you can come back to here and look at this one right here, like Ram Socks. You can see it's been trading. It's been live since 2021. Let's look at the performance, right? You can come over and look at like the Sharp ratio, the 3 month, what it's done in a month, right? Last month, 3 months ago, last year to now, and then look at the max drawdown, 84%. So would I really want to sit through that to get to where it's at now, where it's at, and then the best day, worst day, all that stuff is in here. It's pretty cool. But I wouldn't have been able to find this if it wasn't for that Discord. So here's what the Discord looks like, right? All right, every day you have folks come in here. They show you their portfolio and what they've done. They did for the day and how much their account is up and so on and so forth. But really cool. I don't want to sit here too long because I don't want to put people's names on this video that don't wish to be on here. So let me click off of that. But they do have a Discord. That is the point. And if you do want to. If you would like to be invited to that, just hit up Garen and those guys, and he'll be able to they'll be able to get you all squared away as far as that goes. Here's Garen here, and he runs a YouTube channel. Let's click on this one. So here's the site. So pop over there, subscribe to that man. Dude has a ton of knowledge when it comes to investing. And he can get you all set up with the Discord. And then there's another individual I wanted to highlight as well. Here he is. This individual here. This guy right here. This guy right here is the first person that I saw doing Composer videos. This dude has like $1 million invested spread across a ton of different symphonies currently. So if you want to go check him out, check him out. This guy's go sub to him. Don't haven't really had any dialogue with him, but he's one of the OGs along with Garen that's been posting videos on YouTube regarding Composer. So check their channel out and subscribe to him as well. Um, if you so choose. But if you have any questions, guys, reach out, comment. Let me know what you guys think of my plan as far as my symphonies that I'm invested in. I want to know what symphonies you guys are considering investing in as well. Please let me know below, and if you do happen to jump into the Discord, hit me up, send me a message, etc. This is Novodella Investment again, signing out. Peace.